Alright, I guess I'm live. Um, yeah, on YouTube too. That's what I was waiting for. Welcome to this show. Welcome to the Total Bitcoin podcast show. My name is Keyvan Davani. Keyvan Davani, the TotalConnector. Okay, so let's dive in. Just give me a couple of seconds. I'll be right back. Alright, welcome back to the Total Bitcoin podcast show and to the Total Connector show. My name is Keyvan Davani. I've got some updates which I would love to share with you. First of all, the amazing Jack Mallers public Strike beta, or the beta version of Strike, which has been awaited for a long time now. Now, of course, I've got to be honest, I'm a little bit more than a little bit disappointed and sad because after a lot of conversation and chit chat, also with his uncle, Rockstar developer, I've been hoping that Jack Mallers Strike would also be simultaneously available in Europe, in European Union, or the countries of European Union, since I'm in Austria. But patience is a virtue, and it's going to be worth it. So I'm hoping that Jack is gonna really speed up this process and implement and work. I guess it's mostly regulatory issues, but that's my assumption. Now let's dive into that. He published on July 2nd, that is yesterday, his article announcing Strike public beta. And in this article, which you can read for yourself, it's on medium.com/@JimmyMao. I guess it's his Medium name. Gonna put that in the show notes. A little bit of background story. How much time and effort and energy went into that. Developing Strike, and after getting constantly a no from the lawsuit. What do you call it? The rigidly law-abiding lawyers, and probably very narrow-minded and not creative. So they gave him constantly a no, because whatever the user has to, every user would have to comply with KYC, anti-money laundering laws, KYC, and blah blah, and he says, the lawyer sort of said, I never heard of the Lightning Network, and all users will have to submit personal information such as address, date of birth, SSN, ID photos, and pictures on themselves. So that's sort of the suitman lawyer guy he's quoting, paraphrasing. Now, he didn't take a no for an answer, and because he always believed, he trusted that this is not the way it has to be, and not the way to treat, oncoming potential users, as potential criminals. And as this beta project progressed, he found, after countless hours, he says, of educating regulators, designing different approaches, various law firms, engineering different onboarding processes, designing experience, Jack Mallers and his team stand behind. I guess he's working with I think I heard him in the interview, which he gave just recently on July 3rd, an AMA with Jack Mallers of Strike and Zap on Bitcoin Magazine. Just check it out for yourself. And where he said he works with 11 people, I heard him say. All right, which they are all over the world, really adhering to the ethos and the vision of Jack Mallers and Strike and Zap and all these projects, and of course Bitcoin. Now, and he said, yeah, we don't need all those information, and when signing up. So, and then he goes on, he says, with our public launch, I'm unbelievably proud to announce the only requirement for most users to use Strike is your name and phone number. And I think email address. I think that he mentioned that in his interview on Bitcoin Magazine. And yeah, and that's about it. Now, again, I'm really sad that I can't even test it. I can't even download it. It's not even available on Play Store. So I guess it's totally blocked. It's totally blocked and locked, unless, of course, you have a 01 phone number, or maybe I don't know. Maybe I thought I could circumvent it with a VPN or something, but it doesn't matter. I'm gonna wait. And you know what? What's really surprising is that not even all of the states, for some reasons, there are some states, probably again for regulatory reasons, they're not covered. New York, Florida, Texas, and is that Hawaii? I guess so. Yeah. All right. So with Strike, a user can seamlessly send, receive digital transactions such as late payments directly to and from the bank account. And again, it's got to be said, as Jack Mallers. The reason I love Jack Mallers is because he's not only a techie and a programmer, coder, and a totally, he has got this overview, holistic, comprehensive comprehension of what is really needed. What does the average, normally mortal, user out there, the 99% out there, the potential existing users really need, desire, wish, It's all about, user interface, user experience, a sexy, slick user experience and user interface. Simplicity is the key of it, all right? And that's, I guess, what makes Jack Mallers so unique with his team. And yeah, so check it out. If you're in the United States, of course, you can download it unless you are in one of those states which are not covered yet for whatever reasons. New York, Florida, Texas, and Hawaii. Yeah, I guess it's not covered. Yeah, you can even create your own StrikeMe.profile name, your username, whatever, and it's a social platform that allows anyone to accept tips, donations, payments in fiat, regardless of size, from anywhere in the world. So you can definitely donate. That's for sure. And yeah. And then it doesn't matter, your Strike.me profile is natively interoperable with the millions of existing Bitcoin users all over the world. That's beautiful. It doesn't matter if you have Cash App, Coinbase, Samourai Wallet, Wasabi, Blue Wallet, Zap, Strike, etc. We're all interlinked together through the Bitcoin protocol. With a Strike.me profile, a Twitch streamer, for example, in the US can accept $0.01 from a full node in Australia, free of charge. A nonprofit organization can accept donations instantly for free from any of the millions of existing Bitcoin wallets. All right, and then there's different methods. You can create, set up. He set up a Black Lives Matter and all kinds of donation pages. And yeah, and what's beautiful about it is, again, I don't know where he says that, but he says, with Strike, you don't need anything. You don't need a wallet. You don't need seed. You don't need liquidity. You don't need whatever backup. You don't need nothing. All right, and that's what's so beautiful about it. And then, the community has waited long enough, and the time has finally come. I'm head over heels excited to see the reactions to Strike's public beta. However, you all know me, this is only beginning, and the roadmap is really exciting. And I know, and that's what really makes me happy is that Jack Mallers also thinks of those stores, merchants, who really have difficult times. Because I guess, as far as I remember, his mom is a cannabis dispensary owner. And by accident, my girlfriend too. So my girlfriend has got a grow shop. It's still illegal to sell, THC plants or whatever, or buds or weeds or whatever. But you can, legally sell in Austria. I'm talking about Austria. Sell non-THC plants, or with the small ones, the big ones. So. But it still, would be a great way to, and I'm just going to say cautiously, hopefully, anonymously or pseudonymously, because most of the customers, existing potential customers of grow shops in Austria, they pay in cash. So it's got to be equivalent to a cash payment. So if Strike can do that, hey. And if any, a grow shop owner or my girlfriend who has a grow shop in Austria can, offer her clients or customers a discount or rebate or whatever, 5-10%, and it's super sexy, easy, super simple, super easy, user friendly. That's the key, and and they just download it, connect it with their their debit card in the future, and or with a bank account, and via this second layer, the Lightning network, and everything is being taken care of. You don't, and it's zero fee transaction. That's what's beautiful. But this is what was so convincing for a lot of merchants and cannabis owners in United States. Jack Mallers, reported in his interview on Bitcoin Magazine, is that, hey, why are you paying 10% whatever remittance fees, whatever it's called, transaction fees, if you can just download Strike, connect it to your bank account, and you pay 0%, all right, fees. So that's what is creating so much trust and conviction and just beauty. It's just total beauty. Our roadmap, as long as it's robust, it says some things to be on the lookout for: our on-chain support, Strike debit cards powered by our new link partnership with Visa, Strike rewards with partner merchants, Strike referrals when you invite your friends and family, Strike Commerce Plus, merchant tools, and much more rolling out over the coming weeks and months. Private beta is over, the cat is up the bag, and the snowball has started journey down the hill. Here we come. Again, for Strike, you don't need anything, all right? No wallet, no backup, no seed, no liquidity, no node. You don't even need a node, all right? And so it's beautiful. And and then it talks about all the thanks to his team and blah blah, to all the people out there. So I'm hoping, after also having a lot of chit chat, private chat with software developers, that's his uncle, by the way, didn't know that until recently. That hopefully we can all download this. I can download this in Austria and European Union countries, and start testing it, start using it, start offering it to merchants, to promoting it, advertising it, whatever. I'll just run with it and promote the shit out of it, all right, for the cause, for the ethos of for don't forget, it's all about freedom, freedom from this fucking kleptocratic criminal central banking system, governmental system, nation state system, and even further down the rabbit hole of whatever military industrial intelligence complex. It's all about freedom, ladies and gentlemen. It's all about freedom, and it just, sometimes I'm just beyond belief, in what kind of fucked up reality we still live in. I mean, there's just criminals running around printing money and in trillions and trillions, debasing, stealing from people, and it's all about control obsessive structures and so on. All right, enough of my rant. All right, what else was going to talk about? Ghislaine Maxwell is under custody, or or whatever. She's been taken by the FBI. Now I'm gonna say Ghislaine Maxwell, she's not gonna kill herself. If she ever dies, be certain that it was definitely not a suicide. And I know it's a totally crazy theory of mine, but I'm a total firm belief and understanding that that Jeffrey Epstein not only did not kill himself, but actually he's still alive. Call me crazy, whatever, call me whatever, lunatic, conspiracy theorist, but when you're dealing and playing, on such a high top level within the intelligence service, intelligence communities, would it be CIA, maybe even FBI, I don't know, Mossad or any other, MI5, MI6, whatever. So, and you're playing with the elites and grooming, essentially kids, teenager girls, and to have sex with elite people, not only on the corporate and central banking level, but also on the monarchy level, on the much higher structural level. Then you either have a huge problem or a huge exploitative tool to blackmail, extort all kinds of people, and and you know, it's always been said, and it's not me saying that, but a lot of, you know, other experts, insiders, whistleblowers, or investigative journalists said, you know, Jeffrey Epstein was or has been or is, because I say, you know, he's still alive, an asset of the intelligence, military-industrial complex and intelligence community, and other, you know, structural entities. Anyway, that was, you know, just my rant of today. Check it out for yourself, but don't be surprised if she disappears or she's sort of suicided. All right. Anyway, what else was going to talk about? I was going to talk about user-friendly and secure hardware wallets, and I've tested so far, and I've used myself Trezor, which, you know, I still think Trezor has some not flaws, but let's say potential for improvements, especially when it comes to what do you call it? Security. When it comes to, for example, I'm going to give you an example. When you update your Trezor one, and I tested that once. There was once a requirement to update the version, you know, the model Trezor one, and it was real crazy because the Trezor asked me for, you know, to type in my seed phrase, you know, the mnemonic phrase, the 24 words, into your browser with your keyboard. All right. So, and then afterwards, I found out that there's actually a way to circumvent that by, you know, clicking on advanced mode. But, you know, I think not only for ethical reasons, but for security reasons, people, the users, should be informed before that. Those things should be really explicitly, pedagogically, and really crystal clearly explained, you know, to the potential, you know, average user out there, before, you know, getting them into the situation where they have to type in their seed phrase, the mnemonic phrase, into, you know, the keyboard, into the browser, you know, totally fucked up, you know, and crazy. So anyway, I reported that, and anyway, it doesn't matter. So I think one of the, or two of the most really user-friendly, user-friendly. I'm not going to talk about cold card wallet because I haven't used it yet, but I can only tell from other testimonials and reports, you know, other podcasters such as Ben of BTC Session, or, you know, all kinds of people who've been testing this. It must be really a super air-gapped, super secure, super like, you know, just a super top-notch security hardware wallet, but I haven't used it personally, so I can't comment about it. But what I can tell you is that Bitbox, especially the Bitcoin-only Bitbox 02 hardware wallet by Shift Crypto Security, a Swiss company with Swiss precision, and the new, relatively new released CoboVault. The creator is Lexin Liu of the CoboVault. He sent me that the CoboVault. I tested it. It's amazingly, yeah, it's pretty user friendly. It's I would call it, yeah, air-gapped, because there's never an interaction, an interface with the internet, all right, or with your laptop. It's all like by QR code. You know, you can even, you know, set up your Electrum wallet, or and you can even put on a firmware, a Bitcoin-only firmware, because it's not. That's the only thing I would criticize, is that it's not by default Bitcoin only, or they don't have a Bitcoin only version. So you have to, you know, you have to put up, you know, download the Bitcoin only firmware and play it, and then you have your Bitcoin only firmware on the CoboVault. All right. So yeah, I did. I'm still gonna do you know, a testing review video, or user video how to test like a multi-sig, or maybe in combination with Electrum wallet, or with some other wallets. All right. Yeah, and but, you know, I'm always talking from the perspective of the average, you know, normal user, and that's why I'm a proponent, of advocate of, you know, the sexier, the smoother, the easier, the user interface, user experience, the simplicity, and with it be, you know, connecting to your own node if you have one, if you should have one. You know, I have a my node with a premium version on it, so for automatic updates, because I had once converted my Casa2 into a MyNode full node. It's really worth it. The easiest part of it was connecting my Samourai wallet to my Dojo, which is within my dashboard of my MyNode, and it's really a slick, super sexy user interface. There's some functions or some operations when you're connecting the diverse wallets you have, whether it be Breeze or other wallets, or Blockstream Green Wallet. There's some small details you have to be careful about, or you have to test. You have to go into Telegram group, ask your questions. You have to be, or you just use the easiest part would be to take the onion address of your MyNode and just simply, if you cannot connect through your VPN or OpenVPN to your local IP, just use your onion Tor address. And I think in a lot of cases, most cases, that's the easiest and most, let's say, stable operation you can do by connecting your wallets via your onion Tor address, to your full node. All right. But the easiest part again is within seconds you can connect your Samourai wallet. That would just took seconds with your Dojo, and that's what I really big shout out to Samourai Wallet. Anyway, that was about it. Please follow me on Twitter, subscribe to my YouTube channel, that would help me a lot. Share this video, share all my other interviews which I've done with all the prominent podcasters, technologists, economists in English, and some of them in German, with some of my co-hosts such as Stephanie von Jahn, Ben Kaufmann, and others. You can follow me on LinkedIn. It's all in the show notes, or Telegram, but please give me a follow, subscribe on my YouTube channel, or on any other podcast platform on anchor.fm/Keyvan Davani, where it's redistributed to all the other a well-known podcast platforms. So give it a listen, give me a positive review if you can. Thank you so much again for your support and for listening, and take care of your security and your privacy. And a big shout out to all Bitcoiners out there. You're doing great work, to all the product developers, to Blockstream, to Adam Back, to Jack Mullis again, to Samourai Wallet, to Breeze, to I don't know, there's just so many. And yeah, thank you so much again, and I'll see you soon, hopefully with a new episode and with a new interview. And my name is Keyvan Davani, the Total Connector, and I'm signing off the Total Bitcoin show. Bye.